Alright guys, welcome back here, and my name remains Tube Paintings, and in this video we're going to be doing the second coat on this wall. And as you can see, the wall is dried. Not completely dried, but you can see the wall is dry. So once you just notice that the wall is dried like this, then we can apply our second coat to it. Now, one thing I want you to know is that while you are turning your second coat, you're mixing your second coat, make sure it's a little bit lighter than your first coat. Make sure it is a little bit lighter, not really, just make sure while you are mixing it, not that too light, just a little bit lighter, so that you can go smoothly on your wall. Now I've mixed what I'm going to use for this second coat. I've mixed it down already. It's just to apply on the wall, and I want you to please take note of this, because now we are more concerned about the smoothness of the wall. We are more concerned about the smoothness of the wall. In the previous video, I said we are more concerned about spreading the putty on the entire wall, just to make sure it's spread evenly. But in this particular video, we are more concerned about the smoothness of the wall, because what we are going to do now is to smooth the wall. Now let's get started. Like I said in my previous video, once you are holding your spatula, you can either allow the 4 fingers to be at the back of your spatula and your thumbnail to be at the front of it like this, just to make sure it's balanced. And sometimes we have some people using 3 of their fingers to be at the back. Their pinky finger will be here and their thumb will be here. So they have their 3 here to just make sure the spatula is steady on the wall. Now let's just start this. And like I said in my previous video, do not make sure you don't allow it to be too flat to the wall, and make sure it is not too up. If it is too up, it will look as if you are packing it from the wall, and if it is too flat, it will look as if you are putting a huge amount of it in a particular place. Just make sure you do not is not too flattened to the wall, and you do not raise your spatula too much. Now this is shining. Now, like I said in my video, that if you do not use this screening putty that you use POP cement to mix, the right time you should use it. It's because it has a pot's life, like it has a timing for it. If you do not use it within that period of time, it will become thicker, like it will become so solid that you won't be able to use it. Now, something happened while I'm trying to fix this. I had to receive a call, and now it is very thick, and as thick as it is now, we can't apply it to the wall, so this is wasted already. So imagine this keep happening while you're working. So while you're working, you have to be fully concentrated, and you're not disturbed along the line, so that you won't be wasting your client's material. So let's just dispose this and mix another one, then we'll continue this video. So welcome back, and now we are going to apply our second coat on it, because now our wall is dried. So we're going to apply our second coat on it, and like I said, our second coat should be light, not very, very light, but should be lighter than, a little bit lighter than our first coat. Should be a little bit lighter than it. So we're going to apply, like I said, your 3 finger or 4 finger behind it to make it steady on the wall, your pinky finger here and your thumbnail, or you can put your 4 finger behind the spatula and your thumb to be here, whichever way that is convenient and comfortable with you. If you're using your right hand, you just use your right hand to hold the spatula, and your left hand to use this to take the filler from the pot or from the bucket. If you're using your left hand, please on your left hand. So let's go. Please, I want you to pay attention very well. Like I said, don't allow it to be too flattened on the wall, and do not raise it too much. Just make sure. And now we are more concerned about the smoothness. Yes, we are more concerned about the smoothness. And one thing we are going to be taking into consideration in this is where we put our pressure, because I'm doing it this way and I'm coming down, so the pressure will be on this downward side of the scraper. It means if I'm putting it on the wall, the pressure will not be here. The pressure, it will look as if the edge of my scraper is a little bit, it's up a little bit. So you understand, so as to smoothing anywhere lines are, because now we have the lines here now. So if I'm applying this, I will make sure that the line is not there, so there will be pressure in the downward part than the upper side. And the essence of that is to make sure that lines does not show. Make sure it's spread. Make sure you don't have any line. Make sure while you are mixing it, there is no particle. And like I told us, we can do it landscape or portraits. It can be portraits or landscape, whichever way you are convenient or comfortable with, or whichever way that you know that as you are doing it, sure you understand, you are getting it right. Just do it that way. There's no specific way. There is no specific way for you to do it. As far as your wall is smooth, you are good to go. As far as your wall is smooth, you are good to go. Now that I'm going this way, it means my pressure will be more on this side. Because I'm going this way, so my pressure will be more on this side, so as to clean any line that I'm bringing towards the side. Once I apply it, any line that is there, my pressure will be here, will be on this side and this side, so as to clean all the line and to make sure it is smooth. Do you understand? And if you notice that while you are doing this shining, your hand, the filler you are using, is becoming thick, just throw it away. Like the one I have with you now, it's becoming too thick, and we are doing second coat, which is more of like a shining. So it's too thick, we'll remove it and throw it away. And like I told us, if you don't have an angle trowel, just make sure you apply this to the edge, bit by bit. You apply it to this edge of the side of the wall. You apply it to this side of the wall too. So you understand? And once you are done, you use your hand to finger it and smoothen it. That's how you do. Please practice. I say practice makes perfect. So you have to practice this. Watch it over and over. Know where to put your pressure. If I'm going this way, it means my pressure will be on this side. And we make sure that no lines are showing on this side. Lines can be shown here because this is where we are coming. We are putting the pressure here. Lines can be shown here. But this side that we're trying to smooth, lines must not show. Do you understand? Lines must never show. And when you get to angles like this, you don't have any other choice than to do it this way. You can't be doing it this way. If you do it this way, you won't get a perfect edge. So you have to do it this way. If you're on this side too, you have to do it this way. If you are doing it this way, once you get to this edge, you have to do it this way so as to correct and to smoothen it very well. You get what the right thing. It is too dry, we'll not use it again, throw it away. Get a nail filler. Now, one thing is that after you are done with your second coat and you feel like you are still not satisfied with the smoothness of the wall, you can still give it a third coat. Do you understand? Once you are done with this and you check your wall, you're like, it's smooth, but still never satisfied. Nobody says you should give it 2 coats and be satisfied. Because as it is now, when we touch our wall, oh Jesus, when you touch this wall is smooth. But you can still say yes, it is smooth. But I still want something flawless. Like you want something flawless, you can still go again and give it another coat. And make sure this time around, your other coats is very, very light. I hope you get this idea. When you keep practicing, you would, number one, increase in your speed. Number two, get the right way to hold your spatula while you are scraping it. All right, thank you for now. One more thing, we are still going to add one more coat to this, one last coat to this. I'll show you how to mix it very light, to apply it on this wall to get a smoother wall. Like this, the wall is very, very smooth. In fact, the wall is shining like a bowed man head. That's the exact way, the feeling I'm having now. But still, I want to give it a third coat. By giving it a third coat, trust me, you will get a perfect wall. And while you're sanding it, you will need to stress yourself sanding before your wall is ready and prepared to be painted. Thank you for now, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.